Hey now, crypto heads all around the world. We're back again with another Omi video. So this video, we're going to be talking about Dan Crothers was on a YouTube channel with Jason Pizzino, and they discussed just basically Ecomi's future, VeVe's future, Omi token future. So we're going to get into that a little bit, and we'll watch a few clips from the interview. That way you guys can see what happened and. Get a little bit pumped on what's going on. This is our token, guys, the one that we're banking on to make us some good money in the future. This is the one that we've invested in. We haven't sold out yet. And those of you who haven't bought into the OMI token, this isn't financial advice, but NFTs are here to stay, and the front runner is VeVe with the best NFT platform that there is, bar none. There is no competition as far as any other website, any other app. VeVe takes the cake as far as user friendliness, as far as licensing, as far as a great team behind them. I mean, it's these guys are heavyweights and in a new industry, and also in a space that's the crypto space that's really new to a lot of people. I mean, anybody listening to this video right now on this date in the beginning of May of 2021 is actually ahead of the game on all of this, especially in the NFT space. Some of you guys may have been around with the earlier cryptocurrencies with DeFi and stuff, but NFTs is really something newer that's taking place in the cryptocurrency. So remember to flick that like button, flick that subscribe button, and flick that bell notification so that way you can be notified. It's important. My channel is important because of what we're doing here. And I just want to say, guys, that the Ecomi stuff is taking precedence to some of the other stuff. I'm getting so many requests to do more Ecomi videos, and I'm happy to do them because it's something that I'm invested in as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing, or I'm not going to actually go in order, but one of the main things that we're going to hear now Dan Crothers talk about is the exchanges. Now, we're all hyping up Binance. We're all speculating on Binance. By the way, guys, CZ from Binance was talking the other day on Twitter, and he said that people that try to shame Binance into listing their coin, they're either going to get put on the back burner or they're not going to get listed on Binance at all. So, Omi homies, don't try to shame CZ at Binance or Binance in general for not listing Omi. The way CZ said is that they list on their platform when the coin applies. That's number one. But also they have to have a lot of users. They have to have a good amount of users or holders, I should say, of the token. So, but anyways, Dan Crothers is going to talk a little bit about exchanges. So without further ado, let's get that started here.
The two most common questions we get is when Binance, when Pokemon. Both of which but yeah, I do want to rest assured our OMI holders and even potential future OMI holders that we are working with a number of exchanges right now beyond the 3 or 4 that we have at the moment, and we'll more than likely be announcing some of those exchanges which are higher tier than the ones we're working with now. Hoping that we'll be announcing at least 1 or 2 of those throughout May. So when it comes to exchanges, we are working with a lot of them, and really it's just a matter of watch this space.
There it is, guys. You heard it from the horse's mouth. Dan Crothers himself. They're working with 3 to 4 and also other ones, but I think 3 to 4 that they're getting ready to list with soon. And he said for sure we're going to hear this month in May 1 or 2 exchanges. And also, by the way, CZ from Binance also said this, guys. He also said that they're under tight NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. Whenever a coin makes a deal with Binance, they're under strict NDA. They cannot the company or whoever's whatever the company name is or the coin itself cannot leak or cannot announce before Binance announces or gives the okay about them being listed with Binance. So because they said that they won't list them if that happens. So if anytime you guys are into a coin and the CEO or someone in that company says that they're listing with Binance before Binance lists them, it ain't happening. They're lying to you, they're blowing smoke, or they did have a deal up until that point and Binance will cut them off. Binance is really strict, guys. So, but we know for sure right now from Dan himself that they're working. We're going to be getting on. OMI's going to be listed on 3 or 4 exchanges, and we're going to hear about at least one of those now in May, possibly 2. So that's exciting, guys. And he says they're good sized exchanges. So something great to look forward to, guys. One of the questions that they asked was they asked Dan if him or any of the members of the company of Ecomi are going to dump a bunch of tokens on the market and basically drop the price of the OMI token. And Dan Crowther's he said uh, for sure they're not going to do something like that. They don't need to do something like that. They're not planning on doing anything like that. He says he stressed it that him and his team are very ethical, and that's not something that any of them would do. So be rest assured like that. Don't think that there's other coins out there where the owners dump them. They dump to make a ton of money because they don't care what happens to the holders of that coin. They just care about their pocket. That's not the way OMI's. That's not the way Ecomi workers are operating, guys. So just a little consolation for you guys. Let's see. Also, they said, remember on the last video I showed you guys the Mr. Coin had posted that McDonald's Happy Meal with the VeVe QR code. Well, so they brought it up and they said if they were going to do anything like that. And Dan Crowther says that they actually talked to McDonald's before, but the thing is as of right now, that's not the direction they want to go until they're a household name like Google. So they don't want to go there because uh, they said they're collector based, Batman, and they have such big licensing right now. Like they're not in that position to take it there yet, to take it that kind of mainstream yet. So, but yeah, that is it is something that did come up. Just so you guys know. Let's see, what else do they talk about? Oh, but he said that they will be willing to entertain that down the road. Do something with McDonald's. So also they said that they're going to start doing multiple drops a week. They're going to do Tuesday drops, they're going to do Thursday drops, and depending how things go, because they have so many licensing guys, they have to do these drops because the licensors are expecting this. So they said that Dan said that they're going to do multiple drops even a day. So not just on Tuesday, not just on Thursday, but multiple ones on Tuesday and Thursday. And they're not going to be all the same stuff. They're going to be mixed. It's not going to be just like GM stuff or Back to the Future stuff, car stuff, Batmobile stuff like that. It's not going to all be the same day. They're going to mix and match. So you might have something like, for example, like a GM drop and then a Batman or a Superman and a Pokemon or something. Well, not Pokemon. They haven't said that they have Pokemon, but I'm just saying something like that, right? So get excited for that because you know what that means: coin burn, coin burn, coin burn. So that's a great thing, right, guys? Another thing that they talked about was uh, drops. They're gonna do mid-year. They're gonna start doing drops with the physical collectible. How cool is that? A physical collectible, guys. So let's hear what he has to say about that.
Last one here he's got is, are we now into collectibles? Oh, now into collectibles and art. When will we start getting into music and other industries?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say exactly what we're getting into, but I can say that we are getting into some very, very cool stuff. And this is going to be very disruptive for the industries that we are getting into. This new kind of digital asset is going to be coming out around mid-year. I'm super, super excited to, when we can announce what's coming. But really, one of the main things about VeVe, and I guess one of the differences is that we really are a platform more than a specific use case. And what that allows us to do is really onboard any type of digital product, whether it's a 3D collectible, as we sold in the beginning. We're now obviously moving into 2D artworks. And yeah, there's a whole lot of really cool stuff coming in the future. And we absolutely want to be expanding on that offering. If our fans want it, we will try and get it.
I think I've got a few more here, but I had a couple of questions of my own. Looking at other projects, we've got, I think it's like uniquely, they're looking to do stuff that's, you have the NFT, but they're the first ones to that you can actually bring it into the physical world. So if you wanted that poster you got behind you, you could just get it printed off. Obviously, you pay for the postage and it gets delivered to you. Is that part of the model here, or is that just sort of like a different business altogether? And is that in competition?
I mean, we are primarily digital right now, but I can tell you 100% that in the near future, we will be doing drops that are paired with a physical item. So you get the digital collectible version, and at the same time, you will get the physical version of that. In addition, we, with some of our licensed partners, we're working with them on their physical line. So you get the physical version, and then you get the digital version as well, and vice versa. I mean, coming from the collector world, the physical world is never going to go away. I mean,
All right, guys, how cool is that? So this is what we had talked about before, is something like this, a digital along with a physical, because everybody wants a digital, especially with art and stuff like that. You want that digital collectible, but you also want, you want the physical collectible, but you also want the digital that shows that you're the rightful owner of that collectible, because anybody could sell a piece of art, but if you're not attaching a blockchain with it, in which you get with this, I mean, you don't know if the art is fake or real or not. And this shows ownership, and this shows where it came from. And to have it on the VeVe platform for verification, such a great app that works well. I mean, let's face it, guys. They're selling NFTs on different platforms, and you're showing that you hold that NFT in your wallet. But even though it's attached to a blockchain, we're not necessarily allowed to see throughout the whole blockchain to say that this is, trace it back to where it comes from. I mean, we can't see that necessarily. So, but when you have an app with a name behind it like VeVe, and not just your wallet, your Coinbase wallet with your Ethereum wallet or whatever, this is actually a legitimate application, VeVe, with legitimate licensing partners. So at least then you could feel assured that you're getting the legitimate NFT for whatever art that you have physical as well as digital. I mean, that's super important, guys, in the collector space. So that's cool. So be excited about that, guys. Let's see, what else did he talk about? He talked about smart contracts, putting smart contracts to allow you to rent out your digital collectible. So just say you want to rent out your DeLorean, because they're going to be adding some, like where you can drive it around and stuff like that, some technology to it. But just say you want to rent it out to somebody for X amount of time. You can do that with a smart contract. You can do it to expire in 3 hours, 5 hours, for whatever reason someone wants to rent it out. Who knows the reason why it would be, but obviously they think that that's something to implement, and they're going to implement that as far as on VeVe. So that's something really cool. Another thing that they talked about is getting off the Go chain um, blockchain. So it looks like they're going to be moving to a different blockchain instead of Go chain. So they're entertaining Ethereum, but I think they're not sold on that yet. You know, Ethereum has some issues, but they're talking about a different generation of Ethereum. But what's important is that they're looking to the future because they know they feel that GoChain the blockchain is not good enough for what they're trying to do, or maybe it can't handle what it is they're trying to do. But they're keeping their they're open up to anything right now, but they have their eyes on certain platforms. But a good alternative, I'm not sure if you guys know about this, but Spark token is going to be coming out, and Spark, the Flare Networks has a Spark token, and they're running it on the XRP ledger, which is super quick and super cheap. And they're going to be, in my opinion, they're going to be the Ethereum killers. So who knows? Ecomi might decide to use Spark token for their platform, for their blockchain. Let's see what happens. So one thing that was asked to Dan Crothers was, what's your dream license? And watch what he says, guys. You guys are gonna like this.
All right. What is your personal dream license that you would personally convert, or one that he hasn't been able to attain? Is there anything in Ecomi community? Yep.
Well, I mean, to date, there hasn't been one that I haven't been able to obtain that I wanted.
You get everything you want. He wants to see if the community can help you out to attain this goal.
Right. Well, actually, to be honest,
there it is, guys. That's all I have to show you. I don't even have to go any further because he doesn't talk anymore into this. He's just talking about a little bit about the Ecomi fans pressuring people to jump on board with Ecomi, and basically they do. They're like, stop it already, you know, like they're inundating us with tweets and texts and emails to have you guys. So let's just do it. So what did Dan Crothers just say, guys? There hasn't been any license that he hasn't been able to obtain. I think that says it all right there. So you know that he wants to obtain Disney, which includes Marvel. You know that he wants to obtain Pokemon. I mean, these are just a dream licensing of anybody that they want to obtain. And he says point blankly that he has not been able to obtain any licensing that he's wanted. It's a wrap, guys. It's a wrap. Hold your tokens. Do not sell your tokens, guys. Even though it may be hard for you, do not do it, because once mainstream gets it, it's going, guys. It's going $1, $10. Like I said before, $100. This is a blue chip token, bro. This is a blue chip token. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Hit the like button. Remember to subscribe. It's important. Remember to subscribe and to hit that bell notification so you get notified. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.